Budweiser, Indianapolis, let's go. FSB Sim Racing.
Yo.
A new track record.
Hard to pass. $64 laps.
Watkins. Gonna park the car in the yard. It's just so hard to pass here, bro. You know, I mean, it's just.
That's why you got to qualify.
You would get that draft, but you don't get nada chingada. You know?
You don't qualify up in the top front. Green runs all night.
I sure as hell would be. Well, hold on. Bush. Well, you know, if Jim Ray gets on here and watches, no volume on your mic, Reaper. Thank you, John.
Yay, updates.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Yeah, there we go. Don't fear the NVIDIA updates. Yeah. Yep,
Yes,
we got
sir.
it, dog. We got it. We got it. Yeah. Thank you, NVIDIA, for...
Usually, you know, I used to listen when Greg did it all the time, but now you're so, like, tech savvy.
Yeah, well...
Okay, we got you.
We're good to go. Yeah, as noted, we're at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
To your cars.
It's hard to pass here.
Paying attention. That's Thor Dog.
Yeah, I mean, dog's paying attention there. Man, that means even my local recording's not going to have my
I better step
my mic.
Up. He's watching, man. Shit.
That means even my local copy of the recording is not going to have it because OBS was just not registering it at all. It acted like the device wasn't even there, just because the driver updated. Computers.
Yeah, how does that happen? That's
yeah, it's funny.
My pay grade.
Yeah, I updated the software from NVIDIA that removes the noise from the background through my microphone. Anyway, let's get to our picks here.
When I was like less than 1 year old, and I was 2 year old.
I call Matt Watkins.
Drivers,
all right.
engines.
Yeah, Dan's gonna jinx Matt Watkins. Let's see. I'll go with the Highwayman then behind him. If you can keep a good connection.
I think same with Matt Ace. He'd be a good choice also. Hopefully his connection stays solid all night.
Following the local driver there, Pops Markison in the 99. Indiana native, lives very nearby Indianapolis.
Very close boy, as well as dog.
Well, Ryan Johnson
I guess I gotta pick
him.
somebody, so I'm gonna go with Jason Dolfer here in P2.
Dolfer on the outside, front row, good choice there.
You have to execute.
That's a good choice. Would you like that with a Budweiser?
Sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Look, in my experience here, hard to pass, and everything is dictated by track position and not making mistakes. Same for the Indy 500, which I was fortunate enough, the FSB Indy 500, fortunate enough to win. I love that trophy. And, that's when I pulled a rabbit out of my hat and didn't make mistakes for 500 miles. And this isn't 500 miles, but it's still the same thing. I really believe it.
A little note here, Dog's picking the... Doug's pulling for the 9, Ken Hansen, but I don't see the beer can out there. Looks like we're missing Ken tonight as the pace car's about to peel off.
After winning last week, no beer can. These seasons are long. People kind of step away here and back. Still, we got about 26 cars as we go green.
There we go.
Another good Haas in the race is that 3 car of Mark DeCinza. Oh, and just as I say that, he hits the brakes and does a nice stab and save there. And that's an art. Be able to stab those brakes when you feel the car going loose. And he didn't even smoke tires. That was a sticker pecker moment there. A lot of good pieces.
Oh, we got the 92 around. 92 around in turn 4 here, right on or 3 or 4 here on lap 1.
Caution is out.
Yeah, spam can got a little dented there.
Spam, sausage and spam and sausage and gravy and spam and sausage. Just, typical Indy, loose at the start. Gotta nail those entries. You get up in those marbles just like we see on TV. You're going around, son.
I find you really got to throw it into the corners to get it down.
You do. You have to be aggressive, passively aggressive.
You jump out too much and it just goes around. I think that's what happened to Kevin there. He's trying to take it easy on the start. Took it a little too easy.
The greatest thing I saw was years back with A.J. Foyt, Mar Andretti, and Allons are sitting on the right to the entry of turn 1, and then talking about what it was like back in the day to go through that corner and go wide open that first lap. Want to lead the Indy 500, but the cojones it takes to do that. And it's still, your body is not going to die if you crash here, but it's still the same way in the sim car. I'd love to get some in-car here once we get going.
Yeah, we'll hop on board on the restart here. Here's the
what you
new
try
paint,
to look at.
Some new paint for the 6 car, Adam Simonik there. Little diabetes awareness, I believe.
Hey, that hits close to home with my wife getting diabetes this year. Definitely had to deal with it, and so far so good, but shocking. Everybody got problems, and we just pray they get better, and that's why we do this on Friday night, to step away for just a minute. But at the same time, diabetes awareness is definitely, there are probably some things my wife could have done different, like eat less sugar.
Not have a stroke.
Sometimes it just happens. She's 74 years old.
Yeah, Chris Beckman checking in the
Cars
Orlando
going down
Lakes.
pit road. The cheese grater here, and if you're in the back, might as well get tires. They're unlimited. Give you as many as you want, and fuel. and then see if you get on a. Like I said, track position. Track position can be gained many ways. That's if it stays green, you execute. If it doesn't stay green like it's done now, alternate pitch strategy, and then see how that works out. If you can get in front like Matt Watkins is, we see Matt just not qualify, but I don't think we've ever seen Matt just not qualify at Indy because he knows the significance of track position.
Well, that's what Chris Beckman did on Tuesday. Chose not to qualify or spun in qualifying or something. Started at the back and we went green the whole way. He was never quite able to catch up to the front. Still clawed back to, I believe, a 5th place run there.
Yeah, our driver let us down on qualifying tonight too.
Oh shoot! I didn't see. I was sitting there blabbing. I didn't.
That's why I said Chris Beckman in the Land O'Lakes in-car reporting here. Yeah, so better strategy tonight. You got yourself at least mid-pack.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yep, if I can get some track position, I think we'll be all right. Quick shout out to my cousin Jason watching in Minnesota.
All right.
Yo, Jason! In Minnesota. That's where my daughter's boyfriend's from. Minnesota.
Do I have you turned up? I don't. Wow. Your microphone's kind of clipping a little bit there.
I got loud all of a sudden.
No, Chris's.
Oh.
Sound like he's on the synthesizer.
Wow.
Justin Bieber.
Oh God, no, that's fighting words, dude. Come on.
And I go for more like Motorhead or something. So that's completely 180 degrees south.
More like I guess it would be more like east, being that he was from England.
Long pace laps like Pocono.
2.5 mile non-super speedway pace laps are torture. So hopefully we won't have a lot more of these. This track's usually actually kind of stingy with the cautions. I was surprised to see a first lap one after we got through turns 1 and 2 cleanly. So hopefully getting strung out, everybody gets in their line. We should see a good run here.
Those pit stops.
Got Ken Shea back in the field tonight in 91.
And then getting in a straight line and braking at the wall and the cones at Indy with that tight pit. It's not like these shorter tracks where you can't, they're all hard, You can't see the pit entry. You're trying to look out the left side of your car. Got the A post right there. You see exactly what you're going to have to deal with here. Get a nice straight run, and it's like a drag strip backwards.
Yeah, this is a bit of a kamikaze.
Pull off his vaunted stops, or will he blow road?
No, he knows what to do here. But yeah, this is a bit of a kamikaze entry, but it's still not not what I would count among the more difficult ones. It's nothing like Dover. That's probably the hardest. If you're coming in on worn tires at Dover, that's the most nerve-wracking pit entrance you'll make, because if you slide up, you're going to catch the end of that wall, and good night.
Your dog Black Sabbath as we lights are out on the pace car.
Got a Rocketville, Indiana.
Back home again in Indiana. I was supposed to do that at the start.
Oh, thank goodness we're having technical difficulties then.
Oh, we got time now, Wayne Combs checking in from Rocketville. Amsford. in Amsterdam. Wait, English boy.
There we go. Rockettville in Amsterdam, New York, gentlemen. There we go. Oh, we got a
New Jersey.
yeah, we got a Mark the Rocket fan. Yeah, typos happen.
No worries, bro.
I could totally see
even
Rockettville,
tap
Indiana
type
being a
high
thing.
on my phone.
Well, we got here on lap 6 of 64 pace car peeling off for the restart. Matt Watkins, Jim Christopherson, Jason Dulfer, Dave Jandry, and Mark the Rocket DeSenza. Your top 5 as we run right now. Green flag back in the air. Well, on board with Mark DeSenza here on the right side of the screen as we get these cars up to speed, and you can see how treacherous these restarts are. It's the scariest time. Fortunately, you don't have to do a lot of it at Indy usually. And he's aggressive. He knows how hard it is to pass, and he's going to jump out and try and get Dave Jandry as quickly as he can here on the first lap of the restart. Doesn't have the draft help, but he's hanging tough.
He's got the Jandry hanging in there tough on the outside lane there with cold tires. From the veteran right there. Very strong move there from the 51 with the 3 challenging. And that's how you do it. You set it up out of 2 or 4 and you try to get into 1 or 3. Really can't do it the opposite way. You gotta set it up through here into the short chute. E-car Mark DeSenza right up against the wall. You want to lift here a little bit, breathe the throttle. No brake, and then hit on as soon as you can.
He's not quite there this time.
Just don't see a big pull of draft here like you do in some other tracks. You would think that would happen. You know, you see it in IndyCar races, but stock car, you see it in the stock cars. They have a hard time passing too. The real guys.
Well, nothing could be worse than that 2008, I think it was, race.
What is that?
When, the typing, Milty, the typing. Nothing could be worse, though, than that 2008 race when nobody could pass because nobody's tires could last more than like 8 laps around here. Unfortunately, we will not be having that trouble tonight. Look for about 18 lap runs.
So what are we looking at? I remember back in the day that Pro Cup cars could barely make it 12 laps.
No, you're looking at more like 18 to 20 here.
Okay. Better setup and lighter cars. We will see Dag here, though.
Absolutely.
Tire Dag and also time Dag. Right now, Mark DeSenza, last lap, 52.332. That was his fastest lap. And he just did it again, 52.093. He is getting a draft there, but you're just not seeing him being able to pull out. A lot of that, too, is not having any friends. You got to have some friends. Right now, they're just single file.
He's looking.
Here we go.
He's looking.
That's how you do it.
Made the move later this time, about halfway down the backstretch.
Yeah, but look, the 51 with the side draft, the outside car pulls ahead, and he pulls in there tight. This is great stuff. You picked a good battle to touch-in car. This is what it's like in the cockpit, folks. That's a sim cockpit. You got your screen, you got your rig, you got your wheel, you got your headphones on, you are focused. You think it's real at the moment. You hit something and you don't bleed and you don't have to go to the in-care center.
Infield Care Center or Memorial Hospital just across the street. That proximity to the hospital straight up saved James Hinchcliffe's life a couple years ago too in the Indy cars.
Absolutely. My dad's day, even as a little kid, I knew it was a pretty good possibility.
Oh, they get together.
Oh!
51 and the 3 around the collect Matt Ace, Ken Shea. Oh, Jandry's upside down.
Oh, it's still flipping.
The cars are fused together.
I'm in a car with him right now.
Oh, late hit from the 53.
The 51 on fire, and he's done. Another car on fire, I can't see. Just from the cockpit of Mark DeCenza, he's done. Oh, my gosh. That was the 51 of Dave Jandry. They were... Look at that.
Unusually large wreck here at Indianapolis.
That was so... I think the physics of the sim had them like intertwined there.
Absolutely did. It's a combination of the net code and the physics. They got confused together there, and that's what happened.
Which happens in all the sims. So it's not just this one.
Yeah, because basically the game has to constantly be guessing. It wouldn't work if it wasn't constantly guessing. And then suddenly...
was a badass wreck unless it was you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's take a look here at what happened. You got right through the short chute there. Dave Jandry just slides up across the nose of the 3, and then it's on from there. They just keep piling in. It's 19.
What happened to Matt Ace there?
Well, he was right there. He was right there.
So
and then here comes...
and then he's on fire. Look
here comes the 53.
Am I on fire? I'm Ghost on fire. Look at the in-car here now. Oh.
Yeah, the in-car from 53 of T.G. Reese. See, there's smoke in the corner, and he's slowing.
Slow down. Slow down. Oh, no. He did everything right.
So did DJ Sorrentino there. He still got a piece of it, too.
He did everything right. He slowed down and was managing the cars on his inside. He couldn't just move down. And when the smoke cleared, bam! Welcome to professional sim racing. You. Now what you gonna do? You're gonna pit road and exit.
On board Matt Ace here, his view of it. You see Matt just had nowhere to go.
Same thing.
He got hit from both sides, and boom. Oh, the 51 came down on top of his car, and that's what did the motor damage.
Bloody hell, Harry.
That's going to be terminal for several cars, I'm afraid. Now, looking at the list here, we got Matt Ace, Mark DeCenza, Dave Jandry, all officially retired from that accident. T.G. Reese, yeah, definitely. Like we mentioned, Methodist Hospital directly across the street.
He lives around there, so.
I think every race fan knows what hospital is across the street from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Little cars going in pit road here, and we're watching the action there, and so we're gonna have to see how this sorts out while I get up here.
Well, looks like Adam Simonek is your leader. And Adam Simonek, after staying out to lead a lap, will bring that number 6 Ford down pit road for some service here. Looks like he's followed by Johnny Doucette in the 58. A couple of the cars that were involved in that or earlier accidents also heading down pit road this time by, probably topping off, getting a little more damage fixed. Yeah, I was starting to say before that that proximity of the hospital pretty much saved Hinchcliffe's life when He wrecked in Indy practice or qualifying, I forget which it was, a couple years back, and a piece of the suspension went through the tub, punctured his thigh, and had him pinned into the tub of the car. And he would have just bled out if they weren't right there, right by the hospital. Just they took him over there with that piece of the bar still in his leg.
As safe as those cars are, it's still a blood sport, and
still dangerous.
Have the suspension come in and stab you. That's bad.
Yeah, if they had just taken that out of his leg, he would just bled out on the spot. Femoral artery. Nasty situation there, but yeah, he's still here and kicking. And telling the story in the Dale Jr. download over the summer, I believe he was on. So we talked about how stingy cautions were, and we get 2 quick ones there. That was definitely an outlier, though. We don't usually see wrecks of that magnitude at this track. Usually there's small spins with a wall smack.
What was the main cause?
2 cars were racing. One washed up in the short chute. Yeah, and they kind of became merged from there, and they turned into a tumbleweed.
Number. 2 good cars, too.
2 real good cars, yeah. 51 and the 3, very strong. Matt Ace also caught up in it. Those 3 cars all had engines pretty much expired on the spot, so they were done. I believe it also collected the 86, the 6, the 53.
A lot of dodging. Me and Jeff Hale and a few others.
Yeah, we had some good in-car views of that one. We got the lights back off on the pace car. Matt Watkins on the point. Jeff Hale has snuck himself up into 2nd spot there. Probably took 2 tires on the stop, I'd say.
No, he took 4. I watched him.
He took 4. He just had a good stop.
Yeah, he came in 4th and got 2 spots.
Well, it's a steak dinner tonight for the 29 crew, if that pays dividends.
I was thinking I need to share this to a co-worker here, so out of nowhere.
Brian Lovell running 5th. Jason Delfer has slipped back to 6th, and our in-race reporter sneaking up there into 7th, Chris Beckman. Just getting those track position spots one by one, through attrition, through pit stops, and on the track. Don't want to lose touch of that lead draft again, I'm sure, and you're in a good position now.
Yep, just want to stay in touch with the leaders.
That's what it takes. Just stay in touch to the end and hope you got hope you got a little something extra for them when it gets there.
Well, me farting around, fidgeting, texting people, that's a lot of time while we're under caution. So as a driver, it's the same thing. You got all this time, then all of a sudden you got to bring it again into extreme focus. So it makes Indy challenging, especially when you got cautions. You got to reset. Unless you're Matt Watkins, I don't know. Dude knows how to grit his teeth and go.
He just pushes a button on the side of his head and it's good to go. Shane Wisman looking underneath his teammate Steve Weber right on the start. Looks like Webb will wash up and oblige that spot. Maybe not. No, he fights back on the high side. Teammates getting feisty here on lap 15.
Well, one thing I'm seeing is these guys on the high side are able to hold that line and also carry speed and, blow down the inside line guys, which is a lot of professional racing and trust because there's not much room, as you can see with that in-car earlier. This is, all these drivers want this to go green for a while. They want to get in line and run and get in some strategy and also see if they can work on the guy in front of them. We said passing was hard, but it's not impossible. Very hard, but it's not impossible. But it also takes tires when you do that.
Dan Jones, our other in-race reporter, finds himself sitting pretty in fourth there between Brian Lovell and Jim Christopherson. Another good spot. Just hang on and do what these guys do.
Now,
and,
these guys...
save your stuff.
Yep. When you talk about multitasking, or I like to call it multitasking, but talk about multitasking, they're driving, talking to teammates, looking at their F screens, which give them information, tire temperature, tire wear, fuel.
Yeah, fuel estimates.
And having to look at that stuff. Man,
oh, they got a little wiggly there.
Boy, we almost got 3 wide there with Dolfer on our in-car reporter. 7.
Yeah, he went to make a move under Hale. Went to make a move under Hale, didn't get the help, and he fell back into the clutch to Jason Dolfer there.
007 got looser than the goose right there.
He held on, though.
The mustard was off the hot dog.
Now Dolfer's going to look low, and one thinks better of it. It's a little too late there.
I bet you that got his attention. And then he makes a move on Brian Lovell there in the 043. Can't make it stick. Lovell,
like
winner at Daytona.
Dolfer's looking again, and
if you recognize that name, they are related to Jim Lovell, the Apollo 13 pilot. See the movie Apollo 13. The competition level in this league is so difficult that these guys are all pros. They're very good. Christopherson, the highwayman, racing with the 15. Let's see what's in the mind of the goat there, Matt Watkins. 52-2-27, 52-01, 071. Look how low he gets, right down by the line there. So he's not lying about. You can see the sense of urgency here. These guys are pushing, and they'll deal with the tire degradation level later.
We got 59 of
Ryan
Johnson.
Ryan Johnson.
Splitting the 2 packs here, or bridging the 2 packs. Losing touch here with the lead group. Not sure what slowed him up, but that's not the position he wants to find himself in. I guess his best bet is to let that second group catch him as fast as he can and get back up on pace.
Well, then you got Mike Mellon leading that group, and the champion Steve Weber, the Marine there, Brad Otto, DJ Sorrentino, Shane Wisman, Adam Simonik, and Five Fingers Johnny Doucette, and Pops Markson in that group. TJ, Tom Reese, TG, called him for years. the Skull Bandit King, he's lost
41.
that draft.
41 finally making that move on the 63 of Jason Dulfer, moving Chris Beckman up to the 6th spot.
The old man, Pops Markson, trying to stay on that second lead, second pack.
Tom Jackson checking in. Hadn't said hi to him tonight. Good to see my
What's up?
teammate. We got to get you back on the track, man. We miss you.
Me. Johnny Doucette gets by the 6th car of Mono. You know, Adam's been running well, man. I mean, pro league, it's hard, but he started in the booth till he got his wheel, and then started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Oh no! Just after mentioning
the 86 car.
Oh, that was DJ. Yep. Oh goodness.
DJ Sorrentino
What happened, DJ? We seem to still be under green.
You got some help there, bro. Let's see. Let's go back.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, he's limping around the track, trying to get back to pit road here. Still under green.
Well, that's not good for him. It's because he kept going, and man.
It's like, okay, so Shane Wisman in the 34 was looking low. He's there, and on the turn in, I think, looks like the 34 just pushed up a little more than he wanted to.
Yeah.
And because DJ never fully spun around, it never threw the caution, and you got it going there on the bottom, and we stay green, but heavy damage for the 86 Sunoco Fuels Thunderbird.
Yeah, and that's the perfect storm right there, because that's your apex point right there where you start to dive in.
And if you're trying to make a pass on someone trying to just dig, get a little bit more, you go in later and then you try and brake to make up for the later entry, and it doesn't turn, it pushes. So
yeah, the spot was open, and he made the right move. He was going to pass in low. He wasn't trying to, like drive it in there and wreck him. He just missed his apex point a little, and the car drifted up. Racing it sucks for both, but no malice there, definitely, in my opinion. But we're just blah blah announcers.
Mike Mallon is fighting
That's
off.
A great place to be too.
Steve Weber. Steve Weber gets around. He's going to bring Johnny Doucette with him. It's a 24 car there in that second group. They're just about now going to catch Ryan Johnson. And all that time Ryan spent trying to hang on to the lead pack in vain has probably cost him more time. He could have just let this group catch him, but hindsight being what it is. Oh, Mike Mellon barely hangs on in the short shoot there.
Mike Mellon in the wall there.
That was just a little love tap. It should be okay.
Man, I need to come up with a Seinfeld quote, but I just can't get one there.
Hello, Newall.
Hello,
Oh, he's getting some connection issues there for the 24 too.
Westman all over his tail now. And those connection issues affect the guys around him, but they also affect you. That's internet sim racing. Guys all have the best they can get, but sometimes it's a million parts moving in a million directions.
This one completes the pass and slides
That's
up in front of the 24.
Tech for me.
Got an admin trio here of Johnny Doucette, Steve Weber, and Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson, of course, being your admin tonight for the Winston Cup Series. Steve Weber covers the Tuesday night chicken run, the warm-up series, the practice run for this night. And then behind him, Johnny Doucette, your Sunday night Piston Cup, running those Grand National 1969 cars on Sunday nights. He's been adminning that series for the last couple seasons, doing a great job as he completes the pass on Webb. Let's going to move Johnny up into the 12th spot.
Matt Watkins in the lead.
Yeah, dog. I hadn't figured it out myself exactly what happened to Ryan.
Second, Jeff Hale. We haven't said his name yet, but let me tell you something. He's real good here, as you see in the tied car. Brian Lovell up to 4th. And the 007 P5. These two guys have really stepped it up here. My pick is in 7th, but Chris Beckman from Highway, they're 6th. Nothing of his teammate there.
Gotta agree with Dog here. I gotta agree with Dog. Brian is well off the pace here, as Johnny Doucette just passed him with ease. So yeah, something's not right with the 59.
Ken Shea trying to hold on to that group at P9.
Aha, no soup for you, says Tom Jackson. I like it.
No soup for you. There you go.
That's what you guys say when he makes a save like that.
We got to come up with those every time we talk about the 24.
Say Mike Mellon says, no soup for you to the wall.
No soup for you.
Yeah, Johnny is walking away from the 59, so definitely an issue for Ryan Johnson tonight.
Rick Castle,
get a look at that car.
Once again, right in the mix. Talked to him after the race. I had a few beers. I don't know if he did. But just, tell him, how wonderful I like the way, he races, the way he presents himself, just a class act. And also, he just continues to get more and more competitive in that Jack Daniels car. I mean, every week you can see him in the top 10. And
all right, 58 and 59 are your first takers on pit road. Here on lap 29 of 64.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't pay any attention to that, bro. So you ran this thing. So
31 of Brad Otto joins them.
We should be ready for pit stops, right?
Well, we got our first two takers here in the person of the 59 and the 58.
Okay, 5 fenders and Ryan Johnson. You already said that. Here goes the 41 of Chris and.
Yep, 41 Chris Beckman rolling down pit road.
Yeah, that's the first of the top cars. Normally you would worry about draft, and you still worry because you still lose time if you're by yourself. So you still like to have friends when you come out. But when you're talking about pitting 1 or 2 laps different than your competition, it might not be that big a deal. We shall see. Like I said, Matt Watkins makes a Matt Watkins pit
and here
stop.
Comes Matt Watkins.
It's all over.
So those
But
tires
he doesn't
squeal.
know how to take it easy.
Trying to catch back up to the leader here. There it is. Jim Christopherson is your leader. Has Matt Watkins, Dan Jones, Jeff Hale.
Matt Watkins down pit road into that slushy ice looking blue car.
Dan Jones down and away with the 29 of Jeff Hale.
Lush puppy.
83 Steve Weber getting his service. He's down and away.
Nintendo, do you think?
Here we go. We got the The 40, the 043,
See a picture of
and
the handsome young man, Matt Watkins. He looks like dude from Back to the Future, man.
Michael J. Fox. I could see it with the way he sounds. And then Ken Shea along with them. We'll see where this cycles out here. Chris Beckman is just behind the cars that pitted a lap after him. Might be able to maintain touch with the draft. We'll see how this other group comes out.
Watkins, in lap, out lap, and pits. They look pretty good. Actually, I missed it. I was watching a car and somebody else. But when he nails it, wow, here we go. Ken Shea just coming out, 91 Super B car there. They're all getting back in line.
Look at Christopherson emerges second, but they're gonna freight train him.
By him. Jeff Hale in the P2 and 007. No time to die, Mr. Vaughn.
Ken Shea looks like he's going to lose out on this exchange here.
Oh my gosh. Christopherson.
Yeah, look on board Ken Shea. That is not the sight you want to see at a draft-dependent track. That is a huge gap in front, and then, well, this is what's behind him. Ken Shea is on an island right now. He is all alone. That's exactly what you don't want here. Exactly. Oh no! Oh, you had to say it. Oh no! And he is the caution. Hard hit to the 86. Just as we switched cameras.
Norwegian Wood was not good tonight.
Oh, not there. Let's go back on board and just see what happened there.
Debris on the track.
Looks like, yeah, I'd say there was. And the person
there's like car parts, bro.
Yeah, it looks like a car coming out of the pits. There it is. 86 touches the grass.
Right
and,
in front of EJ Sorrentino, that difficult exit out of pit road. And he
I didn't touch on it before. This is one of the easier entrances. One of the easier entrances, but one of the toughest exits in the entire circuit because there's so much to be gained and lost on that access road.
Yeah,
but as you can see, this is what there is to be lost.
Indy, you have to maximize that, and DJ I'm sure he feels terrible. That is the way it.
Oh, and Dave Ellens gets a piece of it coming through there. Dave Ellens hard hit for the 115.
Have I been there and done that? Yes. Dave Ellens in the pink Cadillac. Slows down, did exactly what he should do. Look, at 180, you can't just slow down, do nothing. So he's probably down to about 80 right there and still got caught.
Yeah, it's a pretty significant slap to the right side.
You can't hit the brakes or you just spin, especially in the corner there.
Oh, I can see it.
You slow down, definitely.
I can see some big-time bodywork gaps on that car. He hit it hard. Surprisingly not hitting pit road this time by, though.
We're a lap down.
Ellens is?
How does Rick Castle, the Punisher, get in front of the 15?
No, we're back to normal now. Told me I couldn't pit that time because there was a lap down. Same thing may have happened to Dave.
What did we miss here? Matt Watkins losing the lead.
Everybody was pitting different times, right?
Yeah, the pit cycle hadn't finished yet.
Yeah, and I don't think Rick is actually, or maybe he has. Shows him.
Well, you know what? I'll take a look real quick.
end of the lead lap, basically.
Rick Castle has pitted twice during this race. Same as everyone else, but he's currently the leader, so I'm guessing maybe he double pitted the last caution. Black flag being shown to Kevin Mays, not sure what for exactly.
I'll try to go back and take a look because this is a mystery. My dumbass here. Let's figure it out here.
Yeah, whenever cautions come out during the middle of a pit sequence, a green flag pit sequence, it's chaos.
Okay, so I see lap 34, Rick Castle down pit road. In P1 already. So
okay, so he took the caution on pit road. That's what happened.
Yeah, and Matt had already pitted, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so he took the caution from pit road, rolled out as the leader.
Sweet for the 124, dude.
That's about as lucky as you can get it.
We watched the rebroadcast of last week, and we're just BSing, and just a cool guy, and that's a dude I'd like to see win this race if he can. Long way to go.
Maybe I overestimated the hit that Ellens took because he is still staying on the track.
Yeah, he might not even be seeing much or any damage.
He's driving that
there.
Cadillac.
It's a Cadillac, so.
I mean, again, as I said before, our game constantly guesses, so we're not on there with him. We're not seeing what he saw, so my replay guessed that he hit the wall hard. Maybe for him it was just a skim and that didn't cause any damage. Yeah, Danny Falcon checking in. Good to see you always, Danny.
My teammate right there.
Well, I'm going to step aside real quick, grab another soda before we go back to green here, because let's face it, it's going to be a couple minutes at Indy. I'll hand it over to Milt and our in-race reporters, Chris Beckman and Dan Jones.
Okay, let's see. Well, where's Chris and where's Danny at here?
We're 1, 2, 3, 4th and 5th.
4th and 5th. There we see. And we see that on the broadcast there. Great race for you guys so far. Now you're going to reset as a driver. So tell me, what are you looking at? One more pit stop?
Yeah, we got 17 laps, projected laps, 28 laps to go. Showing a can and a half. That'll probably change to 2. 4 tires for sure.
17 plus 34 makes it easy. So that lap, where are we here? I got to fast forward to 37. Well, you guys are on here together. You're not teammates, but
I think I'm following Jeff Hale till the end.
I think that's a very good idea.
Hey, you stole my strategy, Dan.
He seems to do well. I'll follow him. I'm happy just to be up here, man.
Well, the great thing about Jeff Hale is, and you know that unless he's behind you, is when you see him up on the wheel like he is tonight. That's it's tough deal,
I could see Jeff leading, me pushing, maybe Chris pushing, or if Chris gets behind him, us 3 going to the front, first, second, and third. My prediction.
Watkins,
it's gonna be hard to beat Watkins otherwise.
Lights are out on the pace car. Watkins hasn't been in second, and Rick Castle hasn't been in first. But we're seeing the evolution of Rick here, and the car in front with the air on the nose. You don't make any mistakes. This is Rick's race to lose here, right here.
Yeah, you make the mistake, and then it gives a chance for the guy to get under you.
But Matt Watkins knows how to set up. We seen some passes here out of turn 2, which is probably better than turn 4. But you have to set up. Well, you don't make the passes there, but you set up the pass and then get them down the straightaway And
Not
usually
sure
that's
where
helpful
the
when
leader's
they make a
going.
mistake.
I don't know. I made that mistake too. I tried to go down low, and then they got up high, and they had the better run up high.
Yeah, and we're seeing that, definitely. They got strength up top.
Yeah. You got to worry about spinning out down low. So
I think that's a recipe for some good racing coming up here.
What happened to Rick?
On our, what's up, brother? Got my pick, the 63 at Dulfer. But, I haven't talked about him in a while here. Let's see where he is.
I looked down for a second and Rick disappeared.
P7. Look down for a second, the 124 is in the lead, huh? We've been talking about
No,
that.
he's not. He's gone. He's gone, Milty.
What? Internet?
must have been something.
No, he's going here. Okay, well, you guys watch the restart. I'm going to watch what the heck happened to Castle here. Because he's all the way in the back. Keep on going and see what happened here.
Yeah, he gone. There's no message about him having disconnected.
Yeah, I'm still going backwards. He's in P1. Lights
And
are
now he's
out.
all the way at the back of the field.
Well, I'm watching that right now. He passed the pace car. Passed the pace car. He stayed in front of the pace car. Pulled away. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Pulled away from the pace car. And he's going all the way around. And what the heck?
That must be why everyone was being shown a lap down.
Do you have a penalty or?
No, I think everybody was supposed to be tail end.
So he goes around from first to last.
But he's not last. He's still first.
What?
Okay, stick with us here.
He's passing. Wow.
So here's. Oops. So here he is on the other screen here.
Scored us first. That makes no sense to me.
It tells me he wasn't supposed to be behind the pace car. So it looks like he stuck a nose ahead of the pace car. It didn't tell him to stay behind it.
Well,
he took off.
That's a great move. Nobody else saw that. Because they probably...
So these,
the other on-lap cars were supposed to do that too.
Maybe, or maybe they were supposed to be tail end. Maybe they were supposed to be tail end, and that's why they were told not to pit the first time by. No, he's probably just lined up wrong.
Well, NASCAR doesn't...
Oh, and there was a wreck off of 4 while he was coming back around here. Look at this.
NASCAR does the scoring, so they say he's in first, so he's in first.
No, Melty, I'm not saying that he's not in first.
I'm not saying that you're not saying that.
Okay. So then these guys, looks like maybe some penalties got doled out.
So I'll go with what you said.
So you got teammates crashing into each other there. They were trying to pit. Maybe they got a black flag.
Meanwhile, the 124 is off, riding into the sunset. So far, P1.
I got my replay and live labels switched here. Whoops. So this is the 124 still on replay. Oh, he got into Mike. Mike Malley got the wall, I guess, there. So let's see where Rick is now.
That's crazy.
This is where Rick is currently. Yeah, so he is, I guess because of where he caught the pace car and caught the caution flag, he had the field trapped a lap down, or a tail end of the lead lap.
Well, Matt Watkins has got to be going, do what?
Well, this will probably be the race for the lead when things cycle through, because he's going to be out there all by himself. There's probably going to be another caution flag.
Yeah,
although we are getting down to the end.
Watkins, you two, in the group with the rest of the guys. There was like a party, and you know, I guess the 124 wasn't invited. I don't. The rest of the guys are in line like status quo here. Wow.
So look again at the pit sequence. We're on board with the 124. Green light there on the right side. So he entered the pits with the green light on lap 34. Then boom, there's the caution flag in the air. And here's the start-finish line. So he took the caution as the leader. And at that point,
gets to be the leader. That's just great.
At that
luck
point,
for him.
yeah, at that point, Matt Watkins was, where was Matt Watkins? Matt Watkins was just under. Matt Watkins was just under a lap behind. Physically on the track.
If the caution comes out, that gets a race. So these guys behind need a caution.
So let's see here. He gets his service. Let me fast forward this a little bit. And I think what happened here is he pulled out directly behind the pace car, but he was actually supposed to pass the pace car right here. See, there's Adam Simonek. Adam probably should have passed the pace car here as well.
That's what I was saying. I think there was probably those lead lap cars, but they didn't know. They may have not been notified by NASCAR in time.
Yeah, it tells you once and then shuts up sometimes. Yeah, he should have passed the pace car there. This should have been where he picked up.
That was delightful.
No, he'd already taken the caution on pit road. No, this is right. What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's us.
This is way.
This is messed up.
Capacity.
Okay, so then there's Matt behind him who is a lap, a full lap behind.
And yet they carry on here.
At that point.
Oh, there's a three-way battle there with the 007 going around the 29. We got a battle for P3 here. 29 gets left out. That's what I was talking about earlier. If they gang up on the inside, they're all ganging up. They're not. Jeff Ellis says, I've had enough of that. You guys want to play the inside? I'll play the inside.
Yeah, they still have to make another stop through all this mess. And there goes Johnny Doucette now on pit road. The 58 car hitting pit road right now.
He ain't going to like that. Here comes the 40 of Christopherson sniffing down low. Can't make it done. Hale's got his hackles up now. He don't like that. Clean, awesome dude, but on the racetrack, he's a bear, man. I'll tell you what. That's what he should be. There's always when there's moves at Indy, there's fallout. And it takes a lap or two for somebody to do something here. 41 and the 007 have teamed up, and they need to keep doing that. And you pretty much heard that live here, from the cockpit of those drivers. That's exactly what they're going to do, and they'll deal with it at the end.
Yeah, that's the only chance of dealing with Matt Watkins there, because
gotta work.
It's hard here.
Hale knows that too. They hear Matt Watkins taking the checkered flag and being on the podium and getting the post-race interview. They like getting up there, Let's beat this guy. His teammates are, back a ways. They're take him, finish him. That's what Matt Watkins thrives on. I do have a story, but it'd be too long, and it's about these guys and not being Matt back in the day. But one of these days, we'll talk about it. But we're going to watch these guys, and here we go. 14 to go. Let's step away, get a couple more beers here, and then we'll finish this off. $12 to go, or 13 to go. Okay, there we go. We got something on the scanner here. Pit stops coming. 007, 115, 40. With even 12 laps to go, gotta take 4 tires. Box. Watkins at the pit. The world champion here. Here he comes. Matt Watkins getting ready to come down the pit road. Oh, and he has a lapper in front of him, and he doesn't make pit road. No, okay, he's getting ready. Down pit road, slamming and locking him up. 55 miles an hour, his pit road speed. He was definitely going faster than that. But he gets it down to the first timing line. He should be good. Jeff Hale right behind him. Is the pressure on the 124? As a driver, I'm thinking, no, I got a huge advantage. Take it easy, bro. Do not screw the pooch here. Watkins flawless with the team here. 4 tires for Matt Watkins. Here comes Jeff Hale right behind. 4 tires for the 29 of Jeff Hale. Side by side, exiting pit road, Jeff Hale dogging him. Still side by side, and he lets it go. Wow. You don't think these guys are racing or what? Here comes the 007 to the 40. Pitting early, smart move. Gives them a lap of momentum, and they smoke by those guys. Are these guys good or what? Are you kidding me? I'd be lucky to finish last, even with 210 victories in this league. I don't know. As good as these guys are now, good luck with that. Let's focus on dude here, Rick Castle. Nothing yet for him, a huge lead. Moseying his way by lap traffic or hanging. One thing I've learned from getting to know this guy is he's a cool customer. And he's worked hard to get to the position of trying to win a race on Friday nights in this league. And you've seen him, fighting for a top 5 and having that car control. And here he comes, right behind Steve Weber. They pace each other. Oh, he locks him up. I think it was good there. 52. Let me take a look at the line here. Gotta be conservative here. Really close to the inside wall. Okay, I'm gonna watch it slow-mo. Right as he crosses the line, 76 miles an hour. Guys, push. Stay on the brakes, down to 53 instantly. I think he'll be good. You can charge that pit road insurance, but you have to make sure and get it down to 50. Oh, and Weber outdoes him. But that's not for position. We don't hear you, Sean. In case you were wondering, yeah, your light's coming on, but I don't hear you.
Oh. There we go.
I'm sorry, I was so wrapped up in that, I kept seeing your light coming on going, where is dude?
Well, see, I can't tell when you just can't hear me normally, or or what. Oh, the caution flag is out.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, motor blew up, guys.
Oh, no way. All that advantage Rick Castle had is gone. The other guy
Not
stayed
really.
on the lead lap, even though he dominated the second half of the middle and second half of the race. That's racing. Load motor. Sorry, Chris.
Said Rick Castle's in first again.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
be
still
in
in first.
He was way ahead of you guys. Now you guys got a chance. He had it. All he needed was caution free, which didn't happen. So now you're going to be able to get up on him. Wow. You know, what's going through his mind? I'm sure he was saying, hey, Dan Irvine, what's up, brother? racer here at FSB. I'm sure right now he's thinking, I'm sure he was thinking about that before. This can't be this good. You know, how the heck, you know, man, I need this. Now you got to reset your mind. You got to go, oh, man, you know, but I'm still in first. But now, and he's got lap cars. We're going to have to see how this pans out. If the lap, you know, lap cars, 59 of 64, 10 lap rule here at FSB. So the lapper's going to have to pit. This could get crazy. Trying to figure out for the admin how to get these guys lined up. Wow. Stay tuned. This will go green too. It's at Indy. If it's 4 to go, it's over. But it was 6 to go. It's still
it's more
5
like 6
to
to
go.
go.
It's gonna go green again, folks. Is what we want to see. I hope.
I think we should get at least a lap, yeah.
See where it sorts out to. Saying Dan is 46 seconds behind now. Won't make that 3. So, okay, when the lappers pit this time by, they'll be out of the way.
As we predicted there. No, and then a blind squirrel finds a nut. Come on. We want to see some action here at the end. We also understand how the sim and NASCAR operates, and 4 laps to go, it's over, and that guy gets the victory, which I'd sure love to see Rick Castle get a victory here.
Yeah, next flag probably ends it.
But it's not over yet, so knows what he has to do. He's done everything right all night. Had some luck. His decision to pit early was the difference.
Where did he disappear to?
He did the undercut on you guys, and then the caution came out right as he was down pit road. You'll see it in the broadcast. And
Yeah, I had to go back and figure out what happened.
Lose his lap by pitting. Problem is you guys probably could have. I don't know if NASCAR told you anything in your radio, but there were several guys there that probably could have done the same thing he did and passed the pace car. But look, as a driver, it's hard enough to just get around this track. And then to have the whereabouts to see that as everything was unfolding was a great move by the 124.
I wondered where he was going when he did that, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, so when he came out,
you got
the car...
teammates. Most of the wins I've ever got are because somebody told me, Melt, do this.
Yeah, the reason he had to go around, he got stuck behind the pace cars. The car that pulled out in front of him didn't pass the pace car when they were supposed to. So he stayed behind that car. And I think eventually he just got the idea to stick the nose in front to see what the spotter would say. And when it didn't say not to pass him, he just went.
Our in-car reporter, Dan Jones, in the 007 P2.
I wish I had his car. It kind of disappears and comes back on top every time.
It didn't disappear. We thought he disconnected because I looked down and he was gone.
I know.
It
Well, he was at the pack and then didn't pay attention for a second.
Yeah, he just took off, realizing he could pass the pace car.
He turned
No
the mirror
time.
image on.
No
so you
time
can
to
see him.
die, Mr. Bond. Look, the 007 has nothing to lose here.
Yeah, Rick
But
does have the fresher tires right now of these guys.
Now Watkins back and forth. He's gonna
We
play
should see the
smart,
lights.
I think.
I think we should see the lights turn off on this time by, if I'm not mistaken.
No time to die, Mr. Bond.
She'll give us a 2 or 3 lap shootout.
Green, white checker.
Yep.
Well, key here, if you got a chance, is a restart. Very
Looks like a lot of
hard.
cars
You
in
need
the
to
back.
get a good restart and be able to make a move out of your turn 2. That's your move point. Usually at this track, you have to work somebody, so he's going to have to hope that the 124 has a bad start and he gets a great start. Because you got to set him up at turn 2 and turn.
Yellow's
2.
down.
Yep, lights off on the pace
Lights
car.
are out on the pace car. Going to be 2 to go at the line.
Yep.
Top 9
Get
cars
on.
lined up here. Looks like the 58 and the 6 pitted for tires.
FSBRacing.com. If you're into the NASCAR 2003 sim, going to race in a professional league, you're seeing it right here. So, horsemanship and some decent skills is all you really need.
Matt Watkins hits the wall under caution here.
He's just, psyching himself up.
Yeah. Shouldn't have done any damage, I don't think, but it's just kind of funny looking up and seeing the 15 just go straight to the wall.
He does that stuff all the time. I don't know what's up with him yet. Like I said, one of these days we'll talk about some of the stories. But right now, it's all about these guys. Getting ready to go green, restart. Your heart's stomping here. The 124. He's been dreaming for this moment, and now it's his to attain. Got to do what you've done every time. Don't overdrive it. Race the track just like you did before, and make him make the
about
move.
to duck off.
He's a pro. I think he's going to do fine here. Great start for the 124. Come on, Rick.
Dan Jones has a bit of a gap, which could lead to a draft, but he's got to worry about
great
the 40 in his mirror.
These guys are on it.
Matt Watkins looking underneath the 40. 40 looking underneath 007. Matt Watkins all the way to the apron. That would work for the Indy cars in the 80s, but it does not work for stock cars.
Corner from Rick Castle there. Breaking the draft a little bit. He's feeling it now. I mean, that was a great turn 1 for the 124.
29, Jeff Hale gets around Shane Wisman.
Jones.
These 3 guys.
The race gets Dan too. He's got the bit between his teeth tonight.
And
here comes
off of 4.
That's exactly what the 124 wants to see. Fight, guys.
Look at that push. Look at the push coming from the 15, pushing the 40. Now he wants to push Dan. Can't decide which way he wants to go. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide into 2.
Russ never sleeps with the 15.
And, Dan Jones ran hard. Rick Castle's got to just ride this back.
64, Rick Castle. 2 more corners. Come on, Rick. Great Matt Watkins behind him, but it's too late. The last corner,
Matt knocks the wall down.
Smashes it, but it's not going to be Matt Watkins. It's going to be Rick Castle for the victory. Yeah. Get some.
Screw milk. We're going to have some Jack Daniels in victory lane for Rick Castle. The 124 Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey
Get some.
Monte Carlo.
All the cars going by, waving. Stimulated.
Yeah, tough break for Dan on the last lap there. You're just never going to get three cars through a corner like that.
Yeah, didn't see that. Let's take a look. Gotta be frustrating. That's okay. Let's take a look at.
Yeah, bring that last lap.
Great job by Rick, though. What a race.
Absolutely. Look at Dan Jones here, 007.
There we go. On. So that battle there between the 40, the 007, the 15. Barely clear each other into turn 1. They go into the short shoot, really, and then into turn 2, 3 wide.
3 wide is not going to work.
It just did not work.
They did the best they could, but
And
they
then
definitely weren't trying to wreck them.
the 59 of Ryan Johnson gets a piece there. Secondary
You're going to
hit.
figure the 40 is thinking, I've got Watkins inside me. Watkins is going for it here. And so it's 3 wide. He's focusing on the 40. He doesn't see the 007 up high. Dan Jones just got caught in the no bueno zone there.
Absolutely. Well,
look at that. I mean, 3 wide. Let's see if we can see some in-car of what the 40 saw. Can you do that?
I already moved to the post-race show there, so you can go gather up our podium finishers. Well, I hit the wrong button first. I almost hit the good night button. Actually, I did hit it. There it is briefly showing up.
All right.
And, so, yeah.
Because I know he had no idea. He was focusing. That was great pro racing. It just 3 cars in the short shoot. That's not going to happen.
No. And you saw Matt Watkins all the way down to the apron there, trying to hang on to it.
These guys are trying to give us a show, and they did. And that's.
I've got Casey Cat being helpful again, making it difficult for me to reach my keyboard.
Yeah, kitty. Oh, what a big kitty.
Casey Cat. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Cat? What did you think of that race?
If we weren't so
He says, "Let me go."
I would definitely get another one, but now we can't do that. We love cats.
All right, so again, you're a top 3 there. With the standings up there, Rick Castle, Matt Watkins, and Jeff Hale are your podium finishers. With the 40. Oh, so we missed Jeff Hale getting around the 40 after all that contact. But yeah, Jeff Hale, Mr. Where Did He Come From, lands himself a podium. And we'll see if the points are updated here. Ryan's pretty darn quick. I think that it might actually be updated, yeah. Look at Rick Castle, 17 points back of Matt Watkins at this point in the season. He is having a hell of a drive, even without the win. And just putting an exclamation point on it tonight with the win at Indianapolis. That's a big one. You saw how much he burned down those tires. You know he's pumped. So let's gather up our...
I'm watching it again one more time. Yes, the 40 came up a little. He probably got the arrow off the 15 there, and 007 got hammered.
Yeah. Unfortunate as that is, we're not worried about that at this point. We're just going to gather up our... Yeah.
I mean, are you going to go for it or not? Are you going to just lie about and, these guys put on a show. Dan Jones put on a show. They all put on a show.
Indeed. Well, if we could get our podium finishers again, Jeff Hale slipped into 3rd there. Matt Watkins and your winner, Rick Castle. We'll get him up here into the booth. And in fact, we were joined by P3, Jeff Hale. Where the heck did you come from? Because we weren't in the picture there for that battle for second, and then I look up after the finish, and you're third.
Yeah, I kind of got a lucky break there at the end with before he got tangled up with somebody there, but was able to get a few spots. My goal was to do what Matt did. So
that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Follow the 15.
Yeah, decent run. We was able to cut back up under that caution, so that helped pick up a few spots there too. So,
well, you've always been fast here. You just lacked the luck. So it looks like you just kept the car under you, and you were there when it counted. So great run there tonight for Jeff. And where is our second
Matt
place?
Watkins.
No Matt Watkins. Matt Watkins has declined post-race interviews here. He gone. All right, our points leader and second place finisher Matt Watkins apparently had other obligations. He's already caught the helicopter back to his home shop. So we got our. Is this our first time win on a Friday night here, Rick?
Yes, it is.
First time.
Yes,
Another.
Yep.
Another first-time winner.
We were just bullshitting last
No, it's
week
the first
about how
time.
you wanted to work yourself up to a win, and you did it in style, brother.
Yeah, not
What
where
a
I
place
thought
to
it
do
was
it.
going to be, but hey, I just those two cautions just fell right into place for me. I think I had a lot to do with it, but I was just trying to keep the car clean all night, which I did, and back off early and save some fuel.
Well, take a look at it. Take a look at your history. Always running clean, top 10. Never pushed the issue, but you pushed the issue tonight on pit strategy or not. It just pretty much you decided to undercut the rest of the field and pit a lap or two earlier.
Actually played the long game. That's what got him.
Later. Yeah.
Yeah, he ran it dry. That's why he was out when the caution came out those two times.
Yeah, it was lap or two later.
So it was
everybody
later.
else.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So it seemed like there was some confusion with the pace car there.
Yeah.
What was your spotter telling you when you came out? Because I went back and I watched
realized
it.
he was telling me. I was realizing he was telling me to stay behind the 43, and I'm thinking like, wait a minute, I could probably pass the pace car. And I was, I almost hurt myself there by staying behind it and possibly to everybody
Yeah, that was
else.
a good catch. It was a good catch there because you saw what happened was you took the caution on pit road, and it was just surprising they didn't want you to pass the pace car then.
Well, as
Right.
a driver,
Yeah,
you got so much
I haven't been in that
going
position
on.
too much before, and that's why I realized like I got to go around the pace car here. So,
As a driver, you got so much going on, but you have the whereabouts to think about that, and then drive by the pace car and wait and see what NASCAR says. They
That's what
don't
I always say,
anything,
yeah.
And then you keep going. Yeah.
right.
That's why I say, when in doubt, stick your nose ahead.
Stay behind.
Yeah. When in doubt,
They'll
stick your
tell
nose
you
ahead a
if
little bit and see
you're
what
not
the
supposed to
spotter
pass the
tells you.
pace car.
Right.
So good job there, and you were still there. You were in it all night. That's not discount. This is pure luck. You were fast. You were in that group the whole time, and that's what got you in that position. So great run there.
All right.
Congrats
Thank you.
again on that first win, and I tell you, you never forget the first one, especially
That's
at
right.
such a great track as
We were just
Indianapolis.
talking about that last week, and it was like, dude, man, you're gonna get one, and man, you made me look smart.
That's no small feat.
Yeah. Great run to Jeff Hale there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great
job.
run, Rick. You did awesome tonight. Great driving.
Thank you.
Good call.
Yeah, Jeff,
then
you got yourself up there and started to look like a strong car, and but then the sequences didn't work out, but you still fought,
And then once again,
P3
too,
there.
on the last restart, Rick, you knew you also had to have the fresher tires because you had once again stayed out past
Yeah,
everyone.
Yeah, I was again. I was on just coming out pit road when that yell. I mean, either way, I was kind of hoping for a no caution come out
Right.
because but I was hoping that fresh tires would do it. And Dan Jones did have a little bit of a run on me coming into turn 3 there, but I just stayed my focus and was able to get away there because I was concerned that they were going to definitely team up behind me.
Yeah, adding further validation, you are maintaining your hold on second place in the points there, gaining some points on Matt, which is no easy thing to do. Up to 17 points back now, so it's going to be a great.
How many races we got left?
Looking for a great run down the finish. This was the 7th, so we're in the second half of the season here. 5 to go from this point. And let me get over to the FSB site and get the final 5 races schedule here out of the forums. And I'm having a hard time looking over the microphone that Casey has pushed into my face. Yeah, when the cat wants attention, what you gonna do? Let's see. Next week we are at Hattiesburg, the fictional Hattiesburg Speedway. Texas Night SRA on November 5th. Memphis Night on the 12th. Talladega NRT 500. That's a wild card thrown in there. We got 2 super speedways this season with Daytona and then Talladega as the second to last race, and then wrap it up December 3rd at Atlanta 97. Big, fast track, classic track to take these cars out on. I got some great tracks to come. What do you think's your strongest suit in there? Maybe make up some more of those points, Mr. Castle.
Well, kind of like Hattiesburg, but a lot can happen there.
That place is strange.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to try to stay the course, and just work on getting around there, and keeping it clean. Yeah, that's the best thing I can do.
Hey, well what you've got?
That was what you were saying last week when we were talking after the race, and a podium, and I mean your skills and strategy are definitely going to put pressure on Watkins to perform here at 17 points. It's
he can't just phone it in from this point.
He's going to have to, bring it. So, which he did tonight. It just,
Yeah, I saw him coming there in my mirror at the end.
Yeah,
he got all the way up
to turn 4.
He got all the way up to second there, so that was a great run. Great charge there for the 15. But to put a bow on this one again, we'll congratulate our podium finishers, Jeff.
Just want to give a shout out to my teammates at Synergy Motorsports, Johnny Doucette and Jason Dolfer. They were encouraging me and rooting me on there at the end.
And they were strong all night. Jason Dolfer was looking good in the points.
Yeah, they had a great run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, to wrap this one up, we congratulate our podium finishers, Jeff Hale, Matt Watkins, and first-time winner, Rick Castle, here at Indianapolis. Congrats again, Rick. Thanks, as always, my broadcast partner, Milt Minter Jr., joining me in sound and vision. We thank our series admin, Ryan Johnson, getting those points updated nice and quick here so we can have that on display, and, of course, running the series as he has for several seasons now. Thank you, Sam Young, keeping the league going, or league owner and promoter, big boss. We appreciate all you do. He's been working overtime this last month getting this RLM stuff squared away, but we got stable servers. We kept it going when other leagues had to take time off while RLM fixed their stuff. So good job, Sammy. We thank our series sponsor. I haven't mentioned them all night. Farmer Brothers Contracting, Bill Farmer, the Farmer family putting up the hardware that these guys are racing for. You can see that great points battle we got going down the stretch here. And, of course, we thank all you guys joining us out there in the YouTube chat, watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, and coming out here and enjoying this with us. Until next week from Hattiesburg. Was it Hattiesburg next week? I'm sorry, from Hattiesburg next week. We'll see you then on the 29th, just a couple days before Halloween. And until then, I've been your host, Sean Reap, saying good night.